Hello, this is Adrian from Super Eagle's Tall and Black Tuning brand. We have here a 1993 Accord, also known as the CB7. And what we'll be able to do here for you is show you how to get started on working on this car like a lot of people would like to, but may not know how to go about the preliminary basics. And to make this video extremely short and concise for what I'm talking about here with this car, it'll be just like this. So we have the car here already on jack stands. Make sure I don't cover the microphone or the camera as I always can. You know, there's a lot of people I like to shout out. We'll get to that in due time. Well, here we have this 93 Accord. It's already up on the jack stands. Now, how do you do this? It already was lowered. I've had this car since 2015, and a lot of work, lots of shout outs. But I'm not gonna make it too long with that. So here we go. How do you do it? Okay, you go down here, you realize that this, let's say you already have your car in here. So we're not even go about getting the car where you need it. It's another story. This is a tow piece. I don't know. There's different ways to call it. Basically, you can tow from here. It's connected to structure of the car, sound. Now you can see it's bent because the car was low. I'm driving around and hitting curbs and shit. You know, trying to go up nice, and I'm crushing this side probably because I'm lower on this side because my weight's on that side. See what I'm saying? The girls didn't weigh as much on the other side. But we go here. How do you do this? Okay, so now you need to. Of course, I messed something up, and here we're back again. But let me go ahead and get this right for you. So now you want to already loosen up your wheel. You need your lock nut. You need all that. You need to be able to take off your wheel. Loosen it up. Don't take it off. Don't remove the nuts. Just loosen it. Break them. Alright. So I had to go ahead and put the jack. You know, good working jack. There's ways to get jacks working. Sometimes jacks don't work. You gotta prime them with oil. A lot of that. You know, I had a problem with that with my dad. We got it together. A lot of stuff like that. But these are different stories. You see this structural element here is the lower control arm. You can, and I like to go further back on it because it's more closer to the center of mass. And you can put your jack, of course this rotates, and you can get that wherever it needs to get this most center in that, and go ahead and lift it up. Lift it up from there, and you start, you know, if you know you can lift it up all the way, I'd remove a wheel and put it under there, depending how you feel about it, or then go about putting in the jack stand, as you can see here. Now once again with this getting started video, as you can see jack stand is here over here on the structural element of the car metal, centered on the jack stand. Same things on that side. You do one side, you do the other, make sure everything's correct, and now you have your car up in a safe position to be able to work on it. So the idea of this is to swap this F22a1, which is obviously, you know, been slightly modified. There are different things going on here, different stuff that's been done. Mostly has been done in 2016, and since then it ran pretty good. Blew a clutch, doing too much RPM, too much drops on a fucking stage 1 eBay clutch, which got me like 7 months on a full clip. Like too much abuse, like more pressure I'd ever want to put on anything. I had a 95 Legend with the stock clutch in it. No problem with the car. I ended up totaling the car in a terrible car accident, but mechanically the car never had any problems. I had to replace an alternator in there, which is pretty interesting. But these are all more further on stories of, you know, my relationship dealing with Hondas of this ilk. But here we are, you know. Of course, under here I have my starter, so you know. But little stuff like this. So this is all nice and dandy. It's gonna have a F23a4 swap. That's why this is a swap job here. Slight difference in transmission. For whatever reason, the transmission that's installed now, it doesn't go into reverse. May or may not be the transmission. I've got a transmission with more ideal ratios. Very small changes. They're just a little bit closer together and just a little bit more evenly spaced. But no, overall drive and everything is pretty much the same. There's I like long gears and everything. This is going to be more of a truck, really. The idea for this Accord is actually to pull a trailer. I wanted to go back on these stock springs, get off the lowered style, and actually, I don't know if you can see that, but get off of the lowered style and actually have basically what would equivalently be able to do a lot of different kind of work And from there, just keep going from there with the car. I mean, it's already going to be 30 years old next year. And just do what I got to do with it. But there's a lot of stuff already been done. That'll be a different video. These videos here, to start off, will be about the swap specifically and going about the parts of how do you swap an engine on a 93 Accord. A lot of this is universal to Hondas and other cars in general. A lot of this is even universal to different types of jobs. So there'll be some clutch work, there'll be some engine work, there'll be different ways to go about doing things that are universal to working on these cars. So I felt it was very important to do this. And thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll be here again.